It is finally here, the beginning of the Darkest Hour storyline in the comics with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 111, and I'm really freaking excited to talk about this issue. From start to finish is freaking fantastic. With Dark Specter here, ready to conquer the universe, now that the Morphin Grid has taken over, we are in for one hell of a ride, and I couldn't be any more excited to see what Melissa is going to bring with this story arc, with this comic event. So, without any further ado, let's talk about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 111 with this recap, review, whatever you want to call it. Let's talk about it. So, the issue opens up with a flashback where we see Matt training during his early Green Ranger days, and he hasn't got it quite down yet, and he believes that he isn't fit for the job because he doesn't have 40 black belts, and he's not some kind of elite specialist that was trained in military experts. But Grace reassures him that he wasn't chosen because of his skills. He was chosen because of his heart. She then goes on to tell him that when she was a ranger back in the day, she got almost her entire team killed. And she then goes on to tell Matt saying, hey, this stuff is real, and you have every right to be scared, because you're gonna screw up, you're gonna lose, you're gonna fail, that's a guarantee, and sometimes people will get hurt, and you'll think it's your fault, but when the world seems like it's in its darkest moments, that's what makes you a ranger. So, I really like this dynamic between Grace and Matt, having this mentorship between them, because Grace, as we've seen her, has been nothing but shoot first, ask questions later, so to have her see this heart-to-heart with Matt was a really nice moment, because when you turn the page, things take a drastic turn. We then cut to the present day where we see Matt standing over the body of a lifeless Grace Sterling. And as the other Rangers look in shock at what's going on, the one who takes this news the hardest is none other than Billy. And Billy asks Matt, is she alive? Is she dead? And Billy doesn't even get an answer. Matt is just shocked at what's just happened right now, at the actions he's done. And in a fit of rage, we see Billy attack Matt. Now, Billy has always been level-headed, he's a smart one, he's got a plan within a plan, he's the logical thinking one. In this issue, we see Billy attack in a fit of rage, anger, and frustration about what's just happened. And I can understand why. Grace was a very important person to him, but this is a different side of Billy we've never seen before. Now, while this is going on, you've got Mistress Vile gloating about her achievement and how Dark Specter is coming into this world, and you've got the Vessel watching in shock at everything that's happening right now. After that, we then cut to Safe Haven where we follow the Omega Rangers, and things aren't looking good for them. You've got Keva facing off with Lord Zed in his new Serpentera Zord, but Lord Zed is quick to dip and get the hell out of there because, you know, Rita's not here. If he can't find Rita, then what's the point of being here? So he heads off to go find her, which is something that was really cool last time where he just came in the wreck shit and Rita wasn't even here. So Lord Zed just dips. After that, we then follow Zach and Trini as they're facing off against Dane and the Death Ranger, and they're slowly being cornered by these two villains, and things aren't looking good for them, because you've got Trini trying to get in contact with Billy, but Billy ain't picking up the phone because he's too busy throwing hands with Matt. So Zach is unable to fight off Dane and he's quickly subdued by him, and then you've got the Death Ranger where he says, I'm going to welcome you back into the hive mind, but Trini is quick to intercept. But like I said, they're not able to fight off these villains as they're too much for them. So while this is going on, you've got Alpha 1 in front of the archery, says, I'll make sure that both archers are ours. And then after that, you cut back to the triangle where you've got all the Rangers fighting off Matt with everything going on. And Kimberly looks at Grace's body and it's got this black, surge of lightning around it that we've seen before. And you see a gasp, and we don't follow up on that with everything going on. So it might hint at that she's alive or something else is going on, but we don't get a follow-up on that. So Grace could be dead, Grace could not be dead, but a lot of people are thinking that she's dead. So we've got the fight between Billy and Matt going on, and Billy is just going ham against Matt. Like, he is throwing his freaking Triceratops lance against him. Matt's barely able to fight him off, and then Tommy has to intervene, and he's able to knock down Matt, and Tommy begs Matt to stop. He's like, please, dude, you don't have to do this. And Matt's just looking at him, crying to Tommy, saying, do it, kill me. And Billy says, did you kill her? And not even getting a second answer from him, he's willing to like throw hands with him again. And you've got Rocky and Adam holding him back, trying to tell him to relax. And Tommy's like, hey, Billy, stop it. And Billy's like, relax, are you kidding me? And Tommy's like, we don't know what happened. And Billy says, what do you think happened, Tommy? So, like I said, we've got a different Billy who is coming to the worst possible conclusions, not thinking things logically, and like I said, just acting in a fit of rage and anger at losing Grace Sterling. And I can understand where he's coming from, but to see Billy wanting to kick the crap out of Matt, like, we've never seen Billy act in rage before. We've never seen him act like this before. And this is a different side of the character we've never seen before, which is great to see. After that, we then cut back to Safe Haven, and things aren't looking good for Zack and Trini as they're pinned up against the wall and outnumbered as Dane, the Death Ranger, and the Wild Force Rangers have them cornered. While this is going on, you've got the portal of the Master Arch opening up, and Alpha 1 thinks that it's Mistress Vile, but it isn't. It's none other than the Draken Rangers here to save the day. And as they jump out of the portal, Draken asks if they've missed out on all the fun, and it looks like they haven't. So it's cool to see the Draken Rangers show up this early into the story arc, because I thought they'd show up in like maybe the next issue or so. But they're here, and I'm excited to see the dynamic between Draken and the Omega Rangers throughout this run, because we've got Kia as well, but not only that, we've got the World of the Coinless here as well. So it's great to see these characters interacting in this world again, because last time we had the Mighty Morphin team go into the World of the Coinless. Now we've got the World of the Coinless coming into this timeline to see what's going on. So this is really great to see, but not only that, I'm hoping we get to see some great character dynamics between everything and everyone going on right now. So the Draken Rangers are here. Okay, so this is where things get crazy. These last few pages is where shit hits the fan. So while this is going on in the triangle, you've got Kimberly and Daisha trying to break through the force field to stop Mistress Vile from completing the ritual. You've got Billy trying to kill Matt, and Matt just kicks Tommy out of the way and runs to Mistress Vile and says, I'm sorry, I'm weak. And Rita says, hey, we can still find some use for you. Don't worry. And suddenly, she lifts him up and says to the Rangers, I'll give you a choice. You can save the universe or save your friend. And while this is going on, Kimberly's like, Tommy, she's gonna kill him. And Tommy jumps in and says, let's go together. So they're ready to fight Rita and save Matt. But while this is going on, you've got the Vessel watching in shock at everything going on. And you see him reach for his weapon. And it honestly looks like that he's going to make the choice to sort of end this by killing Rita, by thinking, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't want this. And it almost looked like that he was going to stab Rita in the back while this was going on. But before he can make his choice, he's suddenly possessed by Dark Specter. He goes red, and the giant aura surrounds him. But while this is going on, you see the grid get infected, and it happens from across several timelines as everyone is witnessing what is going on. You've got the Omega Rangers, the Mighty Morphin team, Matt. You see the World of the Coinless here. And then on the next page, it expands even further as you see the Morphinaut, SPD, RPM, and Samurai. So it looks like we've got another Shattered Grid situation where several universes or several timelines might be involved, and for these teams to get involved, I'm really excited. Like, we've got the Morphinaut, he played a big role with Dark Specter and Universe. SPD would be great to see again. RPM would be great to see. Samurai, of course, they played a big role in Shattered Grid, well, Lauren did. But looking at this Samurai team, it looks like it is Jaden. Possibly, it might be Lauren, I'm not sure, it's hard to tell with the angle that we see the Red Ranger on. But on the final page, it looks like the rubble is clear, and we only see Rocky and Adam as they wonder where everyone's gone. But we then hear a voice, and it's the vessel possessed by Dark Specter, saying that this body is powerful, and this world belongs to him now. And then you've got Mistress Vile, Rita, whatever you want to call her, kneeling down by saying, Dark Specter, welcome home. And then it ends with to be continued. So yeah, that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 111, and this issue was frickin' fantastic. I loved it from start to finish. We started off with the death of Grace Sterling, or possible death of Grace Sterling, had the Dragon Rangers in the middle, and near the end, we saw the revival of Dark Specter, something that's been built up for years in the comics, and we're finally gonna see it happen, or we've finally seen it happen. But not only that, it looks like we could be seeing different Rangers from different universes and timelines get involved in Darkest Hour as this storyline is celebrating 30 years of Power Rangers. So I'm excited for that. So for the next 12 months, we are eating good when it comes to the Power Ranger comics. We are getting very well fed, because no doubt about it, we'll probably get some other unlimited books in between, which will be great as well to see. But I'm excited. I'm really freaking excited. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this review, recap, whatever you want to call it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, and bye!